All right, gentlemen and ladies, welcome on today's class. On today's class, we'll talk about or we'll be addressing specifically those category of people, or rather, this class is targeted at those category of people who are creators, founders, or people who have the intention or the vision or the drive to create a product or project that can solve problem in whatever capacity. Okay, if you are that kind of person that you love creating things, you love creating solutions that solves problem in any sector whatsoever, right? This class is for you, something I you need to really pay attention to because there is a lot to learn from this class, a whole lot of values to extract from this class. Okay, this class is purposely aimed at everyone that is yearning to create something of value in the tech space, whatever industry you deem fit. Okay, so without taking much time, um, let me just say this briefly. On this class, I'll have to, I'm going to mention some of the resources or websites where you can get where you can get to promote your tech startup project, right? These are global websites where you can promote your startup business or startup project, you know, something that you're just creating and you need global attention or global relevance or global support. Okay, this website makes it easy for you to get such support to grow your business because I understand that as a founder myself, I was once a founder. I never had this privilege. Nobody, I I was not aware of these resources. These things I'm teaching right now, I did not have these resources back then. So as a result of that, I made a lot of mistake. All right. I lost some huge amount of money, you know. But again, it's life. It's life. The more resources, the more informed, valuable resources a person has, the better decisions the person makes in the process while trying to achieve their goal. Okay. So, gentlemen and ladies, stick with me. I'm going to share with you at least 25 websites to promote your tech startup for free. All right. And not just promote, of course, you also get to collaborate. You find potential like-minded people or potential partners, or you know, so there's a whole lot to learn from this. So pay close attention to everything that will be shared here today, every information that will be shared here today, and feel free to reach out if you need some kind of clarification. But again, I'm saying pay close attention to um, what will be taught here in today's class. All right. So we know we are not we did not come here to play around. All right. So without much speech, um, the top 25 websites for you to promote your tech startup or your tech project, right? That thing that you're creating and you are wondering how to get support, how to promote it, how to get attention on global platforms, that, oh, this thing you're creating, will it ever become a reality? Oh, yes, it can become a reality. And that is why I'm sharing this resource with you. That is why I'm teaching you how to make your dream a reality as a tech founder or as a creator or as somebody who intends to create something in the tech space and is scared of how to make his dream reality. This class is meant to make your dream, your vision, a reality. All right. So, gentlemen and ladies, let's take a look at some of these websites. In no particular order. All right. Now, the first on the list is Product Hunt. All right, Product Hunt. Now, this is the website of Product Hunt. All right, this is the website of Product Hunt. You can see the website, right? So you can look it up. So Product Hunt, let me tell you information about Product Hunt. Product Hunt is, just like I said, is a platform where founders, launch their products. Okay, you can see on this list, you can see top product launching today. Now, every day a new product is launched on this platform globally. Okay, the Silicon Valley founders all over the world, right? The tech founders, Silicon Valley founders, CEOs, COOs, CTOs, CMOs, co-founders, and so many of them. Every product is launched on a daily basis, right? Now, in Product Hunt, projects or products are upvoted. What that means, people vote for product position. So a product that has the highest number of votes turns out to win the position for the best product of the day, or number one product of the day. That is to say, if you have, okay, let's take a look at this. You can see this product, number one. Okay, this one is Deck Speed. All right. The purpose is design tools. That is, if your kind of business requires designing things, okay, you need this tool. All right. Then productivity, then artificial intelligence. Now, this is Deck Speed. Now, Deck Speed had how many votes? 246 votes as at the time of this video, and also 26 comments. All right. The same thing, the second one after that is Tate at Tate. Okay, from idea to AI agent in minutes with zero coding. Now, Tate at Tate is an artificial intelligence project, but and no coding. That is for those who offer coding related service. This is for you. It makes your job a whole lot easier. All right. Now, the number of votes for that is 220. Okay, that's the case, right? Now, after that, you have to your chat GPT chat, Insight Smart Notes. It helps, it's useful for those who are into the business of writing, artificial intelligence, and Notion. Now, that's got total number of votes of 132 and 9 comments. All right. So just like that. Okay. Just like that. Now, next after that is AI knowledge search by Alex. Search your email, doc notes, all connected. Now it's meant for work productivity, open source, artificial intelligence. All right. Now that has a total number of votes of 126 and 12 comments. Then after that, you have Snyk. Number 5, you have Snyk. That's a web version of the mobile app, right? Games, free games, so the number of votes for Snyk is 21, and number of 29. Just like that, and so on and so forth and so forth. So you just take your time, go through this platform to understand. I'm still going to show you. Okay, let's take a look. So there's a whole lot of them. Okay, you can see speaking AI. Okay, practice speaking skills with personalized AI conversation. It's a platform for founders and startup. That is, if you have the intention to create or to be a founder to create tech product in Google platform, in Google Sports, this is a place you need to be. Right. Now let's take a look at let's click at one of these examples, one of these products, and so you can see the details and see what the product is all about in full detail. See the team behind it, the founders, co-founders, CTOs, and the rest of them. All right, let's take a look at it and see. Okay, so this is Deck Speed. This is Deck Speed. Sorry. This class is live. When I say live, I mean it's uh it's not cut and join. you know. Um so so this is deck speed. All right. Let's do a brief rundown what deck speed is about. Now, I say DexSpeed is a revolutionary AI presentation tool that creates personalized slides based on your conversations without templates. In other words, it it Kuso for slide, McKinsey for everyone. Okay. Now let's take a look at some of the team behind it. Now this is a paid product. However, right? Now let's take a look at the team. Okay. Some of the team members. This is the team member. Sometimes team members may not indicate their position. Okay, sometimes the founder may not indicate that, oh, he's the founder or he's the co-founder or he's the CTO. However, but all you have to do is take a look at it. Okay, in this case, this founder indicated his name, Milton Young. He's a founder and CEO at Cospeed. Okay, this is a different founder. Sometimes other founders collaborate with new product. Just like I said, this is a platform that allows you meet other founders and people who can make your vision come true. So sometimes you see other founders, people who already have experience in the industry as tech founders. They may have interest in your own project and bring in their expertise and experience because they have been there before. Okay, their expertise and experience. Because experience is experience also an asset. And people will experience as positive as means of exchange for value. Okay, somebody may have experience more than you, and they may use that experience and bring it into your project, and that may be what your project needs to, become a reality. So pay attention to the fact that when somebody already has experience, that is somebody you need to pay attention to because that person can be useful to you and your project. That thing you're trying to achieve, that person can be useful to you in many ways. So sometimes co-founders, other founders, people who have been founder before, they collaborate with a new founder who is building something for the first time. So in this case, this is a founder of another project. You can see his name, Milton Yang. Okay, he's the founder and CEO at Corespeed. Okay, but I think he's also a member of this particular DexSpeed project. Okay, this is another one. Jane Ding is the CMO at Corespeed. Okay, yeah. Sometimes again, maybe the company name, but DexSpeed is just the name of the product. Okay. Um, so this is co-founder and CTO at Corespeed. So these are the team members. So in this case, these are actually the team members. Okay. Corespeed is the name of the company, while DexSpeed is the name of the product. Sometimes they use the same name. Sometimes you can see a company name, which is Corespeed, and the name of the product is Corespeed. Some other times, you can see the name is Corespeed. The name of the product is DexSpeed. It's the same. The name of the company may be different from the name of the product. And sometimes the name of the company is actually the name of the product, and vice versa. At least the name of the product is the same as the name of the company. So pay attention to these things. Don't get it confused. All right. And don't get overwhelmed. Just pay attention. All right. So in this case, this is a team member of DexSpeed. Okay, from this table of Corespeed, that is the name of the company is Corespeed. Okay, so this is the CTO, Hao Zhu. Okay, that's the co-founder and CTO. Again, let me point something out. Okay, let me point something out. Talking about tech projects or products, pay attention to the fact that most times for you to attract international attention, support, investors, partnership, whatever you want to call it, it is always advisable to have a co-founder. Please pay attention to what I'm saying. It is always advisable to have a co-founder, and the reason is because um, potential investors, part of what they look out for is they need to be sure that you have somebody that is somebody that both of you work together. Okay. If you are the founder, let's assume you are the founder, for instance. Your name is Mr. A, for instance. Okay. It is advised or it is in your own interest. It has more, you benefit more if you have the your project has the possibility, the potential of getting more attention or support from investors or angel investors if you have a co-founder. Now, sometimes your co-founder may be the CTO, that is the Chief Technological Officer. All right. Because sometimes the founder is not the CTO, and sometimes the CTO is not the founder. The CTO is the one that brings your idea into reality because they have the technical skill to create things that to interpret your idea into practical terms. That's why they are CTO. Okay. So this is CEO is the founder, CEO is the one that has the vision, is the visionary, the one that has the vision. However, he may not have the technical skill to translate his vision into reality. But the CTO, that's where CTO comes in. That's why most times when you see founder CEO, you now see co-founder. The co-founder is mostly a CTO, right? Unless in the case where the CTO is also a founder, which means the CTO is both the visionary and the founder. Okay, so so you have to pay attention to these things. But again, it's advisable, like I said, for a founder to have a co-founder. Since if you're the one that creates, you're the owner of that project, don't be selfish and think that, oh, you want to do it alone. Just like in my own case, I will not say I was selfish. I didn't know better. Okay, I did not know better, so I was, and I did not know that, oh, there were platforms, there were resources that can make that. I didn't know about these things back then. Okay, I guess I would have done some things differently, or I would have done some things differently. Okay, so pay close attention to what I'm teaching in this class. So as a founder, as the owner of that project, do well to get yourself a co-founder, which is the CTO, or even it can be a COO, but make sure you have a co-founder. Then you can call it whatever name you want to call it. But it is it will do you a lot of good to have a co-founder. I'm talking about on the global space. If you want to get global support, right? It is a big plus for you to have a co-founder, even if you just for the sake of just having co-founder, but just have it. All right. This things I'm teaching you, I didn't know it as at 2016 to 18 when I did my own project, and it didn't turn out as expected. I lost money and everything. I didn't know these things. All right. So pay attention to this thing. So this is a project and the team members. Okay. And now if you click on this, you'll see a brief detail of this. Milton Young say, hello world. I'm Milton. I'm Milton Yang, founder of CoreSpeed Incorporated and the maker of DexSpeed. So you see, like I said, CoreSpeed is the name of the company. DexSpeed is the name of the product. All right. See, I know AI for slides might sound cliche by now, but DexSpeed is a truly agent for presentation, one that may actually redefine what presentation can be, powered by our in-house agent framework, DexSpeed. And sorry, powered by our in-house Zypher agent framework. DexSpeed supports that should be full stop. Then another paragraph, but it's okay. DexSpeed support, these are the things it supports: checkpoint management, streaming, feedback, and so on and so forth. All right. So this is the founder of DexSpeed. His name is Milton Yang. Okay. So on and so forth. Just go through this. You can connect with him on LinkedIn if it's on LinkedIn or social platform, right? You can connect with him, all right, and get to build a kind of rapport with him. Okay, so again, let's take a look at another one called Tete-a-Tete. Okay, it said Tete-a-Tete is a no-code platform to rapidly turn ideas into full-stack AI agents, complete with user systems, subscription payments, and complex business logic powered by AI. Launch a business in minutes using just natural language. Okay. Now this another product. Now these are the team members below. Okay. This is a team member. This is another team member, co-founder of Tete-a-Tete, Zhang Yinxin. Okay. This is co-founder of Tete-a-Tete, Zepeng Shi. Right. So you can see this is co-founder. This is co-founder. Sometimes you can have two co-founder. One is the CEO, the other one is CTO. CEO means Chief Executive Officer. CTO, Chief Technological Officer. All right. Sometimes you can have COO as co-founder. Right. The bottom line remains have a co-founder as a tech startup. owner or founder. Just have a co-founder. Right? Even if it's just for the sake of it, just have a co-founder because it gives you a lot of advantage in the global world of tech. Okay. The founders will give you more attention and take you serious once they know that okay, you have a co-founder. They will know that okay, this person knows what he's doing. So I'm giving you tips, I'm giving you heads up. All right. Because sometimes people you pitch to tech to investors and you don't know why you didn't get response or why they did not indicate interest. Sometimes it can be as little things like this, things that you think does not matter. It does matters. Okay. In the global tech space, having a co-founder is a plus. Always remember that. All right. So these are some of the team members for Tete-a-Tete. These are some team members, like I said earlier on. So before I proceed, let me see this long because this is a whole lot. This is more like this is comprehensive class. This is something that take time and study because it's something that I'm making. So please bear with us and know that this is something that you need. All right. So that is Tete-a-Tete. Okay, so that was product hunt. Okay, so next, this one is HN, that is Hacker News. It's a platform that helps you display your product. That is to say, something you want people to just have a feel. Let's say you want to just something you want people to just play around with. Let's assume you want to create something, but you want to just do a test run. So you want to know, you want to have an idea of people's response. If you think that, okay, maybe you're not sure, because sometimes, we have this doubt, this small doubt. When you want to create something, there's this fear, this skepticism of, oh, how will people react with this thing I want to create? Will it be accepted? You have that fear, that skepticism. It happens to it happens to the best of us. All right. So don't let that scare you. However, this platform is a platform that allows you share your product, your idea, that thing that you want people to you want us to have to gather data or data, that is to get people's reaction to know whether okay, let me first of all test it and play around with it and get it back. Then that feedback now okay with that feedback now, when you want to create the main thing, you can now put that feedback you get from people into consideration, and it will now guide you to know the areas where you need to pay more attention. This way you have to some plus and minus, so like help you to do something better. However, this is just for you to do a test run. Put one of the things you created. Let's say you created a game platform or something, and you want people to know if they will, if it's something they want to give a shot. All right, something they want to give a shot, they want to give a try. So this is a platform for you to just post your, it's a wide combination platform for you to just post that thing you want people to test and give you feedback. So this is what this class is all about. All right. Uh, um, this is what this platform is all about. I beg your pardon. Um, you can see here, it said consider applying for YS's summer 2005 batch. Applications are open till May 13. All right. So this is this platform. All right. The next one is Indie Hacker. It's a community for tech startups, founders. Just like I said, this class is all about resources that helps you as a founder or a potential founder, that helps you makes your vision a reality, that's connected to global resource that can help your vision as a founder become a reality. Okay. So this is another platform. That's the website there. All right. We said for tech founders. Okay. AI, crypto, SaaS, that's software as a service, dev to an AI, an API, gaming. So building a tech business, question mark. You don't have to go it alone. Yeah, just like I said, you need you need to belong to some of these platforms, have access to this platform to make your vision and your dream as a tech founder become a reality. Okay, so you don't have to go it alone as an entrepreneur. This is your definite resource for assessing expert strategies and keeping up with the latest developments, updated frequently. All right, just like I earlier stated, this is where you get to meet opportunities, people who have more experience than you, people who, if you meet them now, that thing that you think is impossible, you can see that it is 100% possible. You don't just have enough experience or capacity or resource. right? In our capacity to determine what we think is possible and not possible. When I say capacity, not necessarily financial capacity, sometimes your mental capacity, all right? So you can see some of the businesses, some of the people buy most of them. So this is another platform. Like I said, this course is going to try to be as fast as possible. But you pay attention to details, so I don't skip valuable things simply because I'm trying to be fast. Okay. So you can see some of the products that have been launched for this year 2025 alone. Okay. You can see the dates. These are April 2025. May we are in May. Okay. It's May 2025. So this is another platform to pay attention to founder or potential founder or creator. You don't know the right place to stand the chance of your vision becoming a reality. But vision fail because you have the right information, the right source that has the capacity of reality. Okay, so this is the platform. Okay, so you can take your time, go through them. All right, this is okay. indiehacker.com slash starting up. So just take your time and go through it. Okay. All right. This is another one. So there is an AI for that. So if your vision or your drive, so if what you want to create is AI related, in any capacity, you need to have access to this platform. And here's the the link. So just take your time and go through it, study it, see the area will be useful to your situation, right? Um, so this is another one. Okay. I'm just trying to be as quick as possible so we don't. Number 5 on that list is this one: future tools collects and organizes all the best AI tools for you. AI tools so you too can become superhuman. This is another site. Okay, futuretools.io. Again, always pay attention that anything tech related, their sites always end with IO, right? So whatever you want to create, is AI related, videos, news, that's what they're all about. Okay, translation, translate videos, insight.io.ai, video guru. So this is what this platform is all about. Okay. So just take your time and please. These are resources I'm sharing that can make it easy for you to achieve your vision as a tech startup founder, or as a founder, or as somebody who want to create something but you are scared because you don't have the resources, or you think that you don't have enough resources that will make your vision because it become a reality. And as a result of that, you think your vision is impossible to achieve. No, it's not impossible. You just don't have enough resources. You don't have the right information and the right resources. So this class is meant to connect you to the right information and the right resources, thereby making it easy and realistic and possible for you to achieve that thing, that goal, that vision you'd like to achieve as a startup, as a startup founder. All right. So that's why you need to pay attention to this class. Okay. Okay. Next after that is Startup Stash. Now this is another say startupstash.com slash add hyphen listing. Okay. This is another platform that you can list your product or your project. Let's say you're creating something. Let's say XYZ product, and that product solves a particular need. Let's say it helps people when they eat, their food can digest in 2 seconds. All right, that is what your product is all about. It helps digestion, it aids digestion, which means you fall under the health sector or nutrition sector. Okay, so this is where you list your product. Okay, you can see different category of product and the results. So you list your products. Just take your time and through, you know, go through sites to get more information that can be useful to you. You just, get rest sites and go through your platform. It's definitely see something that will be useful. There are different categories: content automation software. So if your product is all about content creation or content automation, like say, for instance, you have those software that allows you to schedule your post, right? Or you're into you're a hiring person, HR person, you know, um, cryptocurrency wallet software, remote work software, design, website builder software, development and DevOps, so whatever kind of product that you want to create, whatever category that your product falls under, test management tool, product demo automation, real estate investor, translation and localization, metaverse software, startup directory, startup launch tools, so talking about startup, as a startup founder, these are resources that you need. Okay. You can see the directories, you can see these tools as a startup person, as a founder, so a whole lot. Okay, a whole lot. These are valuable resource that you cannot learn from the school. You need to belong in certain circle of human beings to get access to this kind of information. All right. So this is a whole lot. So you can see whatever it is you want to create, whatever is that vision in your head you want to create, the resources are here more than enough. Okay, so best believe when I tell you that your vision is valid. Whatever is that thing you want to create, you think is not possible, it is more than possible. You just don't have enough resource. Okay. So now I'm sharing that resource with you. Okay. You can see startup founder community. This is another platform. So there's a whole lot. Just like I said, I'm trying to, be as brief as possible. So this class, because if I have to uh, if I have to say a lot about each platform, we'll probably spend 1 hour on each platform, and we have more than 20 platforms to take a look at. That's more than 20 hours, and we don't want that. So what I'm doing is to make it as fast as possible, so that we can be able to, in a few hours, should be able to conclude this class and go get some rest. Okay. Agile project management software, so there's a whole lot here. Okay, audio conferencing software. So this is another platform if you may want to take a look at as a founder or a startup founder in the tech space. Whatever it is you want to create, you need to take a look at this. All right, take close attention to this. So it's a whole, let's get time and go through it, and you see there will be something for you to make it possible for you to achieve your vision. Okay, so gentlemen and ladies, that's Startup Stash, the platform that helps you um, launch or list your product that you're creating with your team. All right. Okay, this is another one called Five Taco. Okay, Five Taco. You can see Five Taco. So I say submit a product. This platform, as a founder, I was once a founder. Let me tell you part of the silent struggles of founders. By the way, being a founder is not a glamorous title because the responsibility that comes with that is numerous and can be overwhelming. I've walked that path before, so I'm speaking from experience. It can be very overwhelming sometimes. And as a founder, you understand that the capacity that you use to operate to achieve the goal at this phase, at a particular phase or stage of your project, will not be the same capacity you need, or will not be the same resource that you need to achieve the next phase of a project. So what that means, for every new phase, you need a higher capacity and resource, right? It's like the more you achieve, the more you need to build capacity in every way. Okay. Now this platform helps you achieve that, because this is say it's a platform that helps you. Sometimes you need capacity and need resource to achieve certain things as a startup founder. Now this platform helps to get some resource. You can see it's a help startups find software. If you're trying to build your own thing, you may have to use some other people's resource or product to add to your own. It's like when you're trying to cook food, you have to bring together different ingredients to achieve your own. So that is how this works also. So this platform makes it possible for you to access some kind of resource that makes it possible for you to achieve your own product. Okay, that is what it's all about. Say how startups find software. So as a founder, as a startup founder, you need to have access to this platform to get resources that make it possible for you to achieve your own product. Okay, let's take a look at the leaderboard. Okay, some of these products, we also have leaderboard. What that means is product that launch daily or weekly or monthly basis. Just like I said, daily, weekly, monthly basis. So and they are uploaded for, you know. So this is one of those platforms. So this is another one called Tiny Startups. Okay, the launch platform for your tiny startup and side projects. Just like I said, sometimes you may have doubt, this kind of doubts in you. We have this skepticism that, oh, this thing you want to create, how will people feel about it? Will people accept it? So you're not sure of the reaction or the response you get from users. So sometimes that can be discouraging. But this platform makes it easy for you to overcome that fear. All right. So this is Tiny Startup. The site is tinystartups.com. Just take a look at the site and go through it and find some stuff. Right. So this is the cut site. Just take it and go through it. So there's something for everyone who is a potential founder. Okay, so just like earlier stated, just like I earlier said, as a founder or as a startup founder, as somebody who is trying to create, you know, his or her own product in tech space, you also need resources from other people to add to what you want to create and make yours realistic and, usable or valuable. Okay, now this is another platform. It's called the Top AI Tools. So it's a platform where you find the best AI tools for every task. Just like I earlier stated, as a founder, as a startup founder, you need a lot of resources. The resources you need are more than what you are aware of currently, right? As a founder, you realize that for every stage of your project, you require more resources, more capacity. Sometimes you have to even introduce a different resource, a different category of people, right? The resource you use to achieve the previous stage in your project may not be enough to handle the next. It's more like the higher you climb, the more capacity you need. Okay, that is just a quick summary of what being startup founder. Okay, you always do resources. Okay, sometimes you have to bring in a new person. In fact, sometimes there are people that are so qualified, you have to just put them in the team as or your go-to people that when it comes to resource, they are valuable. They may not have the best attitude, but they are valuable. Do you understand? So you need to know people how to handle people like that. So it has this platform, video.ai, agent, and video, videogen.ai. Something with this AI, white hat, seed, AI. So these are some of the resources that can be used to help you achieve your um, projects. All right. There are bits of mental health, and so something that you pay attention to as a founder, a startup founder, somebody who is trying to create his own tech product or project, and you need resource to achieve your own goal and vision. Right. I just want to also say this that some of these software Um, maybe a few of them, maybe having the car you may have for the service class or that. So if I want to show some sites, maybe if I can outside, just system on that. Okay, so once that are functioning. So this is another site. Uh, that allows you to share somebody may pick interest in your product or your project and you know want to um, be part of your project in any capacity. Always pay attention. People come with different values. Some people are good in building. Some people are good in operations. Some people are good in they have their own strength. They can link you to that's just they may not be they not be their own strength. They can that have money to find it. Let's have it organized so everybody have what to get to something that's anyway. But I'm not yet all emotional. If they don't like reading okay. So that I have to say that out so that you have that mind. Okay. So you can see it said helps submit your startup. Just stop here. Okay. Please helps you LC startup for they make it. This one probably on some probably more than it's in like you don't get something before it becomes big so that you become very everything. Right? So, so this is the helps you is for real estate, trap investors and right. That's for facts. Next side of that is you need to access. This is another platform for startup. A startup you need to go recognition partnership. The motivation to do directly to the body. This is also actually and those concerns. Okay, so you can stand up for call it. Um, or this platform. You can see it's also for marketing, just like product hunts. So some of these platforms, you see they all position. They are both for on platform, but so and the thing about this sometimes the best would help may not be the position. Okay, that's one side. The product comes in one. Just next 60 minutes. Okay, so don't take it up. All right, let's break down now. So there's a lot of bundles this platform. So I share. Okay, so that's to distance. Okay, this is another one called micro. Micro. But there is a launch platform for if you have global ID for the global market, you to enter global markets. You want to want the world to know about your solution. If you feel that your idea product is good enough, and this is the platform for you. Okay, so it's a platform called World Class Startup. Okay, so startups run over a month. Get feedback of both. Just like I said, product startups are voted for. Okay, so you can be the best. You may think that your product is the best, and yet you may not come at number one position. Okay, and you may take number one position, but necessarily mean that you are better than those who not come number one position. So you need to understand these things. All right. Okay, so you can see here. Okay, so I said this platform have daily on every day, and every day also you have daily products that can at the day on the basic can see product there is one has 6 rows, some has 20 rows, some has 10 rows, just that you know, some has 12 rows, just like that, and so on and so forth. Just like product hunts. It was the first one we started with. Okay. So that is how these things work. So this is another platform to pay attention to. Toolify.ai. All right. This is another resource that as a startup founder, uh, you need to have access to this platform. Okay, the website is toolify.ai. So just take a look at it. It said discover the best AI website and tools. So what this is about, it shares you resources that you need, you know, everything AI related. Okay, in any capacity, whatever you think you need to make your own product, or project come into reality. Resources that you need in any form, you need to have this, the text and writing, you know. Some of these resources are something that some of you are familiar with. You know, it's also some of you are familiar with that I'm not familiar with very well. Or I'm familiar with the ones you're not familiar with. You know, some of you are familiar with like some of the popular ones, Miro, Gamma, Shutterstock, Grok, Gemini, Salesforce, Barry, Hill, Circle, you know, Airtable, my, that's one of the popular ones. And to that image, when it comes to image, you know, the whole, right, the whole, and the rest of them, when it comes to video, they have Cap, Capos, you know, Zimo, yeah, so many of them, .io, in video, you know, Bezos software. Hell yeah. And I use some of this software myself, okay? Why the reason why I purchased that was because I got the software and why started I to reach lab, you know, and so you know, there's a whole lot of sources when it comes to you know, engineering and you know, yeah, so it's a whole lot. You get when it comes to marketing your startup, some softwares you need, you know, the AI. There's a whole lot. All right, there's a whole lot when it comes to getting design, you know, for your product, you know, life assistance. Sometimes you need help in certain areas, you know. So there's a whole lot here. So this is Toolify.ai. What does it to AI related to? Do you understand? You know, so this is that for prompt. Sorry, excuse me, for productivity. You know, so there's a whole lot. Okay, so this is Toolify.ai. Okay, as a startup, the resources, the things you need to achieve your goal as a startup founder is more than what you think at measure, right? So these resources are things that make it possible for you to achieve your goals and objectives as a startup founder, or even if you're a startup team member. As long as you are with a startup team, because sometimes you may not even be the founder. Okay, you may be holding other position, maybe as a CTO, which is Chief Technology Officer, or CMO, Chief Marketing Officer, or COO, Chief Operations Officer, or CRO, Chief Revenue Officer. They're different positions. Now, whatever position you're in a startup, as long as you're in a startup, these resources will be used. I know everybody who is in a startup who are probably having what they call idea block, where sometimes you feel stuck while trying to achieve your goal or your aim as a startup. But these resources helps you to achieve whatever you want to achieve. At any point you feel that, oh, you're running out of ideas or out of resources, this will always be your directory or your resource center. So this is something you have to keep, not just for now, but for future purpose also. Okay, and also you can use it for to help any other person who may need them. Okay, or you can also use it as you can approach a startup and tell them that, okay, that these are the things you are bringing to the table, and guess what, the things you are bringing to the table are the fact that you have access to these resources I'm sharing with you. That may just be what will give you that leverage to be welcomed into that startup, because sometimes the startup founder himself or herself, they know the resources I'm sharing with you. Okay, so now imagine you are coming to a founder. Okay, imagine I don't know these things now, and you come to me and you are pitching to me that, okay, these are the values you are bringing to the table. You are going to the resources you have access to. You have access to this, and you are saying these things, and you are showing me these things, and me, I don't know these things. Of course, automatically I see you as a valuable person. Okay, automatically, because the reality is that everybody needs a valuable person, a very, very valuable person, because a valuable person who have the right information will make it a lot easier for you to achieve your aims, goals, and ambitions. All right. So when somebody comes to you and you are a startup person and you don't have this thing the person has, that may be a bragging right for the person. That may be an advantage the person has. Okay. Such a person probably the CTO. Okay. Person can be co-founder and COO. What that means, Chief Operational Officer. What that means, because of course, as operational officer, you need more than enough resources. That will make that is what will make you stand out. What will make you be desirable by our CEO or the person in that position is valuable. MD or the founder or CEO does not treat that person because the person is very, very, very resourceful. Okay, so having this resourceful person, whether you founder or co-founder, ordinary person, tell them to show them and that is what may open the door for you and what right? So this class is something you should take serious. Don't joke with it. Don't feel that, oh, you're not a founder, you don't have interest. Yes, you may not be a founder, but you may need to have access to this information, because that may be what may open door for you. Right? Let's go on. Okay, next is a portfolio. Okay, more like just like you have portfolio, right? So this is a platform that's like just like you have portfolio. This is portfolio. So it's as a tech startup or a tech founder or somebody who is globally, something that I think has a global potential, or something that is evolving, right? So this is another platform that you need to manage, right? So this is to follow you, and this to follow you. Okay, to follow you dot I, just like I earlier said. Tech or website always in tech, not info. Okay, it ends, but it ends. So, all right. Next is TV. As a startup, founder, as a member of a startup, tech startup, you always get to a point where you need to bring more people into your team. Okay, either decision makers or as a employees. Okay, at that point, to have access to resources, for their profile or CV or resume, call it. Okay, so this is a resource that makes it easy for people that is already save a uh, something that makes it easy for you to check out the person's profile or resume or CV, get someone go through it and know the person's qualify for the position you want them to come board. Okay. Uh, this is something that's you want to pay attention to. You also need to try to some exemptions or exceptions. Okay, what I mean by sometimes it's not a good use CV or resume alone to make conclusions on people, because some people are not very good in expressing themselves in writing. They express themselves better in words, and some people are better at expressing themselves in writing and words. And some people are good, some are not good, however, they are good in other areas. Some people that are good in practice, they get the done. That CV may not look like what you want, what you are expecting. You're not able to express yourself properly. You're not able to speak to English or communicate effectively. Okay, the way some of us do. But if you give them the task, they will exceed expectation. You shock the point that you know about the fact that they cannot express themselves. So it's also keep excelling great for that, knowing that so maybe somebody is maybe they are not themselves properly on their CV, so maybe the way you expect. Yes, not. Sometimes they that you like. If you need to like your business style, it comes in package that you expect. So always have that in mind. Okay? As much as something like based on qualifications, resume or CV, with that in mind, and it's your responsibility or the responsibility of your team member to pay attention to this extension to this package. So you don't go and miss. This is another one called alternative. Okay. It says discover open source alternatives to popular software. It created a collection of the best open source alternatives to everyday SaaS products. SaaS means okay. Similar with reliable tools and pick for you. Right. So these are the resources that you need as a laptop. Because sometimes you may not be found, but you can be in other position, and having access to this resource is value and something to be exposed just like that. Not inclusive like that. People think twice when they are and also helps you negotiation power. Some of these skills I share with you, I have used some of them, and I have used some of them. I am still using some of them. Okay, so uh, fantastic. Oh yeah, fantastic. Okay, so start up or you want to start or you want to start or you can create a tech project, whatever it is. The resources to share here is something that you need to be aware of. Resources you have access to. So it's easy to increase, but also launch, to list, mention, promote your product, your product, whatever it is you create your team. Okay, this is what we do our information or attention or support. Okay, you want to create a team, you want to expand your team, you want to bring in experienced founders or team members, people who are working startup, tech startup, who have experience, who know what it is to operate a tech startup. Okay, these are resources that you need to pay attention to and take advantage of, right? Okay, this platform helps you to discover softwares. So it helps you find the best software for your business. It's called SaaS Worthy. SaaS means software as a service. That's S-A-S. And there are thousands and millions of softwares out there, of which can be useful to you as a startup or as somebody who is up a startup. Okay, so there are different softwares that can be useful for you and for your startup company. You have CRM softwares, you have URS shorteners, you have the email marketing softwares, you have the social media management software, you have the live streaming softwares. You have the highest rated, most popular free trial. I've seen some of you must have seen social media videos where influencers who don't know better by telling them that, oh, you use this AI. You must have seen the noise on social media lately about how people respond to reels. People who are not very and go out leading people who are ignorant about this. AI tools and use free AI tools for this, for that. This AI is not free most of the time. However, free option or free trial period. What that means is use it for a period of time, hours of days free. And for the one that allows use forever, that is okay. But what you create resource products and this for free. Everybody have want to make profit. They are best in this case, which is they have. So let's be realistic because you don't expect somebody to invest their own and to don't take profit. No, if you are the one you make profit. Okay? So don't be scared. Don't be uncomfortable paying for some of the software or resources if you think they will be useful for what you want to achieve them for. Okay. These are valuable resources. Okay, these are valuable resources. So you should not be, you should not, let's take a look at, so you should not be scared. You should not think twice before paying for these software and use them for what you want to use them for. That's what I'm trying to say. Okay, let's take a look at this software. Let's see. Social media management software. Okay, you can see them a few ordinary of those hosts, Grab or social media, Buffer, Postbridge, Rapport, AI. So many of them replies there. So many of them. Okay. So once you click it, you see, let's look at email marketing software. Email marketing, have your chain, get response, MailerLite, you know, system, systemic.io, however, Zoho campaign, made some kits formerly ConvertKit. Okay. Under URL, you have Kotlin, you have Tilly, you have ICS, you have Shopify, you have you have Blink, you have Blink, you have Links. After that, you have CRM, you have Insightly, Straight, Close, CRM, Freshfields, High Level, CRM, Pipelines, Range, and so on and so forth. Okay, web you have WordPress, Spotify, websites, Nico page, and so on and so forth. You know, so that is just it. Live streaming software. You have OneStream, you have Vadu, Restrain, Streamable, OBS, Stream Master, On the Fly, vMix, Crowdcast. Just like that. Okay, so that is what this platform is all about. SaaSworthy is it helps you find the best software for your business. So as a startup business, okay, you need to have access to this resource. Okay, the site is SaaSworthy. It is SaaSworthy.com. Okay, um, so that is SaaSworthy platform, something that's valuable for uh, startup. So as the founder, co-founder, a member of a startup in any capacity, this is a resource that's to have access to because you need it. All right. Okay. Next after that is Insight AI. This is another platform that offers you AI-related resources and tools that can be useful for your startup. As a startup founder, a team member in a startup, whatever capacity that you operate in a startup, this helps you bring in AI into businesses like giving like your training. Okay, so this is a platform that makes it easy uh, for you to achieve your goals and objective as a startup in any field, health sector, um, finance, whatever capacity that your startup aims to operate or operate currently. These are resources that can be useful to move to the next phase of your startup. This is Insight AI. Okay. So next is AI Tools Directory. Okay. This is a platform that helps you as a startup to get the right tools in the AI sector that can be useful in helping you achieve your desired goals, objective. Okay, as a startup. Just like I earlier stated, as a founder myself, one thing I observe as a founder in the tech space is that for every new stage of your project or your product or your startup that you're creating, for every new stage you find yourself for a higher stage, the more you climb, the more resources that you need. okay, to achieve, to function effectively and efficiently in that current stage. Okay, what that means is the resources and capacity that you use in the previous stage will most likely not be enough in the next phase. So you also need to consistently improve and update yourself, your capacity, and your team's capacity. All right. And for you as an individual, you have interest in startup. This resource can be very useful to you. It's something that you can use for your negotiation and your bragging rights, something you can use to negotiate with the startup. Oh, you have access to this, you have experience in this, you have these resources, and you are bringing these resources on board. These are the things you are bringing to the table. These are the ways you can help the startup to go from point A to point B. Once you mention these things, and this person knows what he's saying, and this person actually do. Because some founders, just like I earlier said, some founders may not even know these things. 2016 to 18, when I was a founder of a tech project myself, I did not know these things. Of course, some of these things did not exist back then, of course, right? But the ones that existed, I did not even know. I was just a founder who had that passion, that drive, that desire. As a founder, you have this drive. There's this drive, this hunger to achieve your goals. This you want to create a solution for global markets. But you may not have enough resource, the right resource to help you achieve your goal. And you may be spending so long and running in circles and without realizing it until years later, right? But it's all good. It's all good. That's why I'm here. That's the purpose of this class, to make your long journey shorter by showing you the right resources and tools that is required for you to be able to achieve your goal as a startup. Okay. And also for you that have interest in working in startup, or for any other person who is interested, knowing this thing gives you a bragging right or an edge in working in a startup. Okay, knowing these things, having access to these resources, share this resource that I'm teaching you about gives you an edge. It's something that once you know these resources, once you have access to these things, you know, it's an investment. Okay, and purchasing this resource is an investment that you need to make, because having it means you can use it. Once you know this thing, you can approach a tech startup and tell them that, oh, that you want to come in as the COO, okay, chief operating officers. Tell you what are you bringing to the table. So okay, you have access to this, and this, and this, and you have, by that time, of course, you must have taken time and studied these things yourself, digest it very well, understand it, and belong to some of this community. Okay, know how things work and know how you can use the information you have to market to a startup for them to see that, okay, you are a valuable resource and they need you in their team. By that, is asking, okay, what do you want? Okay, now you now start stating what you want in exchange or in return. Okay, so take note of these things I'm teaching you. Just like I earlier stated, products in some of these platforms are voted for. What that means is the members of the community vote for product, and the product with the highest number of votes takes the number one position. In this case, PPC Ad Editor say revolutionize your Google Ads campaign with PPC Ad Editor, the ultimate AI collaboration tool for agencies. Now, this software got 22 votes. Okay, as at time of this video, this one got 144 votes. Okay. Also, let me also point out that some products are on sponsored ad. That is to say, on the platform. Let's say this platform, for example, right? Sometimes a product, the owners, the companies, the team behind that product may run ads to sponsor that product. That is to boost the number of votes or visibility of that product. Because sometimes it may not be the product that got number one position may not necessarily be the best or the one that is making the highest sale or the one that's most popular. You came number one position in a platform. Let's say this platform, for instance, your product came number one position. Doesn't necessarily mean that you make more sales or that you are the most popular. You can be the number one position. You can take number one position on this platform, okay, on the product launch community, but yet in the real world, in open markets, they are not known. So, which is also important. That's why it's important to promote your business, to invest in promotion. Just like as you're investing in buying this course, this resource, okay, and arming yourself with information that can be useful in startup sector, either being a founder Because again, another thing about this thing is having access to this thing can also inspire or motivate you to want to create something, knowing that, oh, you already have access to this thing. So if you have access to this thing, which means you can actually create anything because you already have the resources that is required to achieve whatever you can think in your head that you want to create. Oh, yes. Right? So knowing that, oh, you have access to these resources, which means anything you think of creating, it is possible. You can achieve it. There are resources to make it possible. Okay. And if you're already need resources to make it possible to achieve your goal in the right place also. So whatever the case is, a value is to anybody, a founder, a potential founder, somebody interested in joining a tech startup, somebody who is not even aware, or somebody who is, who is not sure what they really want. Just invest in these resources and have it because you don't know when you will need it. It's just one of those things you need to have access to because you don't know when you will need it. Okay, so this is a good investment that everyone needs to have because I know that it comes with a lot of um, benefits immediately and later. All right. So that is AI directly and what it's all about. I take time and go through its image design, writing, business, whatever sector that your business operates. You know, image. Of course, every business actually requires every tools here. Just like they call it AI tools directory. If your business, if you need anything that has to do with image, you have it here. Anything that has to do with design, you have it. If you are into writing, you have it. If you are a business person, business proposal, whatever you want to create, business related resources here, assistant, visual assistant, the rest of them, you have it. Chat, GPT, and the rest of them, DeepSeek, you have it. Art, you have it. Video, you have it. Audio, you have it, and so on and so forth. So that is that for AI tools directory. Okay. Next after that is okay. Next is Reddit. Okay. I guess some of you are probably familiar with this, or you must have heard about Reddit some way. So this is another platform that's unique as a startup. Okay. Uh, there's a whole lot about this platform that you can get valuable information from or resource something that can be helpful in your journey as a startup or as a either as a startup, a team member in a startup, as a founder or a co-founder, you know, as long as you are in a startup, you work there or you own it as a founder, or as a team member, this is a resource that you need to pay attention to because it will be helpful for you and also anybody who is a startup. But because sometimes the person who is a founder or who has interest in startup may not have this resource that you have. Okay. Now you can share this with them or invest in them, invest by getting this for them. Or if you have a startup that's struggling, they need help, you can approach them and let them know the the thing you're bringing to the table. Let them know what you're bringing to the table. Let them know, okay, you have access to these things. You can do this. These are the ways you intend to bring change and growth for the business, or the ways you tend to support the business, the startup by, mention these things you have access. If it's operations you want to head, you can be the chief operations officer. Okay. That way, because of course, having access to these things, what that means, you can be a founder or a chief operation officer. Do you understand? You can head that position effectively with all these resources. So having access to this is an investment that is worth having. It's an investment that is worth making. It's a valuable resource. It's a valuable investment. Okay, something that you will always be grateful for. Okay, so these are some of the top 20. Yeah, I think I'm taking up to 20, right? 20 websites, for startup. So if you want to create your startup or your startup, whether you are a current startup founder or you are a startup team member, whatever capacity you operate in a startup, tech startup, Whatever you're creating, whatever product that you and your team are creating, whatever idea that you have as a person, either as a founder, as a co-founder, or as a key decision maker team member, all right? These are resources that you need in order to effectively and efficiently in that startup that you belong in. Okay? You need to have at your beck and call, something you need to have in among your resource reservoir archive. So it's a valuable resource you need to invest in and have it at your disposal and help you be fairly efficiently in a startup. In any capacity you want to operate. If you want to operate in HR or operations, finance, revenue, whatever it is, there is software, or even if you want to be just like I said, chief operating officer, slots, all right? It's more than enough. So it's for you. Again, you need to narrow down the category or this aspect out of that. It's for you to identify the area where you need to concentrate on, so you don't get overwhelmed and get lost in this thing, because this is a whole lot. It can be overwhelming if you don't even know what you personally want. So if for example the chief operating officer, which means you need to know, okay, this has to do with operations, that is the runnings of things, how things are done in this company, in this startup which you are operating, which you are working for or working. Okay. You need to have access